Dude, AC/DC, man.
You can never go wrong with AC/DC. It's never a wrong choice.
I could just play this all day long. I mean, do we just do the podcast, or maybe we just play
just listen to AC/DC?
Yeah, that's
Crack
right.
a cold
We do a couple of them. I'm all for that. So hey, this is looks like the inaugural. We want to call it the inaugural podcast.
Yeah.
I mean,
yes, you just did.
I think it is. Yeah. So what are we?
We have fire
and Brimmstone. That's
Beautiful.
Right. Yeah. Hey, so this is a cool thing, and this is our first podcast. This is Wednesday, September 7th, and we're excited about kicking this off, and especially maybe talk about a little football here. I think it's hard not to, as we go into this week 2 of the college season, and then also the NFL games.
That's the whole point of being here, as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely. So, have you looked at the website yet? Have you been playing around the website?
I glimpsed at it just briefly.
I got to tell you,
I did see it.
You know what? It's we're playing all kinds of fun stuff here. It's brand new. It's fireandbrimstone.com. And we got to have we got
double M. Double M. Got to tell them it's the double M. They'll never find it. Brimstone, double M.
Thank you for saying that. That's absolutely. You're correct. If not, you probably go to some. Who knows where you're going to go to? You don't even want to go there.
Let's check that out after the
That's
show.
Right. Yeah. It's just don't have your mom and dad looking at the screen when you're doing that.
We're off to a roaring start.
Yeah, we are.
It started strong.
And so right now, I mean, this will change. But we got a little ode to the Buckeyes. Got to have, the shoe, and then, that middle picture is from the Ohio State-Michigan game last year.
Yeah, those guys.
That was a great team. I'm telling you what, that was an NFL team.
We fell short of what we should have done. Such is life. We still ended strong, but
yeah, it just we left a lot on the table. Yeah, there's a lot on the table.
We left a title.
We left a title on the table. That's a good way of putting it. And then, of course, you got the ode to the, of course, my Raiders and my Tigers there. And don't give me crap about the Raiders, man.
Yeah, well, I can appreciate the fact that is probably from the late 70s. You've had that since you were a young kid.
Yeah.
So I that's the real Raider era, the Kenny Stabler and the Matuzaks and the insane, hippie and,
that's exactly
rebels, Raiders of lore.
That's exactly it. So now who is your team?
I'm a Cowboy fan.
You're a Cowboy fan? Seriously? When did you become a Cowboy fan? I mean, like a little kid or something?
I was probably 6 or 7 years old. My dad was up watching Monday Night Football one night. It was Dallas and Green Bay, and I thought they had cool uniforms.
Yeah.
There it was.
I tell you what, my Raiders, I think they look like right now. They look like the Cowboys of the late 80s. When you had Aikman and you had, who's their wide receiver? Mike Irvin.
Irvin and Emmett Smith, and Novacek at tight end.
And the Raiders had the exact same thing, man. With Carr and Cooper and Murray and, they get this kid, Clive Walford.
What do you have on defense? I don't know.
A dude called Khalil Mack. I don't know if you've ever heard of him.
From Buffalo. Yeah. Okay, well, he's a player. What about the other 10? Does he go out by himself? He's a Raider. He's a badass, so he's going to go out by himself.
That's exactly right. No, they got a good complement of guys around him. It's I like to say
I would like him to be good.
I tell you what, it's I'm looking forward to it. It's good for the NFL. When teams like the Cowboys and the Raiders and that, they're
the established teams.
Yeah, absolutely. So we got that. But so what are the Cowboys going to do this? I mean, what are they going to do with this? Yeah. This, okay, Romo. It's is he ever going to play again?
If he does, it won't be for very long. I mean, the guy's an eggshell. He has an eggshell for a skeleton at this point. I mean, and Dak looks really good.
Yeah.
In preseason, but nobody has schemed for him yet.
Yeah,
they're going to figure out his strengths.
Yeah,
and probably the first game, the second half adjustments, he'll start to struggle a little bit. But if you have the best offensive line in the game, and you have the runner the caliber of Zeke,
okay,
you should make his life simple.
You know what?
Run. Give him manageable downs. Let him throw on first down a little bit.
Yeah.
So you mix it up so you're not so predictable, and give him situations where he can have success.
Yeah.
Chew the clock and run the football, old school style.
You know how Zeke does? Is he blocks, man. He like you said,
he smacks people in the mouth. He catches the ball. There's nothing he doesn't do and do well. So
Zeke, I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say that he could, if he wants to play a long career, he could be as good as an Emmitt Smith because he runs the ball and he doesn't take hits.
In his career, man.
That's
so early to be talking like this. Right. But both being Buckeye fans, we are like,
we're stupid.
We're extremely biased here. We might want to let the audience know that slightly. So
yeah.
No knock to anyone else in college football, but
But yeah, no, I mean,
bleed scarlet and gray.
Yeah. Here I am. I'm already getting the Hall of Fame, bust, and he hasn't even had one carry in the NFL yet. Yeah. Maybe it might be week 2. I'll announce it. Okay, that he's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Works for me. It works for me.
Yeah. So I mean, that's I got to give you credit. It's you're right.
I'm just glad they made that pick. I mean, it was such an obvious choice of a pick. You got the best O-line in the game, and here you got a runner that just, thunders, and he's got speed.
How do you not?
Well, because in today's game now, a running back doesn't have as much value.
Yeah.
It's all wide receiver based, but.
I think that was a great pickup. He was on the board. He's the best player on the board by far.
And I think Nathan Henry from Bama will have a pretty good season too.
Or Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry, yeah.
I picked him up in my fantasy.
I mean, he's a big dude. His durability, kind of long term, I will question.
I picked him up
just because of the style he plays. He's not as shifty as Zeke. He doesn't care. He's boom.
Yeah, I picked him up in my fantasy league. Actually, I picked both he and DeMarco Murray because what I thought is that Murray's going to get hurt at some point. He can get hurt, and so you got Henry right behind him. So I'm going to play those two studs all the way to the final game.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, Murray had one season where he didn't really get hurt, and that was the year he had 1,850 yards for Dallas. So
and after that, he's just been before and after.
Nicked and dinged, and even before that, he would get nicked.
Oh yeah. So I think he's at least I'm thinking he's a solid pickup.
Murder, man. Running back. I mean, people are coming at you like missiles.
Okay, so you played ball. Right?
I played some high school and I played small college ball, and I got the crap knocked out at that level. I was actually where I went to school. The Browns practiced on our facility, so I got to be over there.
No kidding.
Yeah, and be in there and watch some of that stuff. And the level of difference is it's not even really measurable. I mean, it's unfathomable. You think, oh yeah, that guy's a decent athlete. He is about a tenth the ability of these guys.
Yeah.
And there's 53 of them. Even on the worst teams, the worst player on the worst team in the NFL, is a stud.
They're stupid.
They're studs. It's unbelievable.
You ever hear interviews with quarterbacks, especially they're like second or third year, and they go, "What you don't realize is the speed of the game." You know, when they come in there, it is so freaking fast. Now, you're taking the fastest guys everywhere and just pulling even the slowest guy is as fast as the fastest guy that you used to play with.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Well, how many like end arounds do you ever see work in the NFL anymore?
Oh, you can't.
They don't. That play or the reverse. It doesn't work in the NFL. They're too fast. Now in college, you see guys turning that corner all the time. It's not going to happen.
Well, you used to be able to run around a defensive lineman or a defensive end, right?
Oh, yeah.
Can you do it anymore?
No. They're the scariest human beings on the planet.
Yeah,
they're 6'6", 300 pounds. Lean and run 4.5s, 4.6 40s.
Yeah.
And they're picking up speed at that point.
Yeah.
So,
do you remember when the refrigerator Perry comes out? Remember when everybody's like, man, he's 300 pounds and he's just huge. Yeah. Remember what he looked like?
Oh, he was very large. He was very large, and
he was a round human being.
Yeah. He didn't appear to be in the best physical shape.
No.
At any time, but he did it.
Yeah. So now, like you said, you take that same 300 pounds and you sculpt it into some Michelangelo sculpture.
Yeah. They're 12% body fat or some ridiculous number at 300 pounds.
I don't know how you do that.
I can't do that. I don't have those genetics. It's not going to happen.
So what was the big game, the big takeaway this last Saturday? Okay, we had a couple nice matchups. Saturday, you had, how about Notre Dame?
You lose a game like that, you're bumming, but you're on the road. It was a great game.
Yeah.
Texas sort of has arrived, maybe. I mean,
I'm not sold on it.
That's a tough game. I may not be either, but Notre Dame has got to work on some defense.
Yes. I think they got the offense at Kaiser.
Well, do not take Kaiser out the rest of the season.
Yeah, don't go with this back and forth crap.
He's I don't know. I don't understand the point now of that.
No.
When Kaiser can do it all.
You know who he reminds me of? Terrell Pryor. He's got that Terrell Pryor kind of, that vibe.
He has a much better throwing motion
than Pryor ever did.
Much better fundamental throwing skill set than Pryor. But okay, I'll have to look next game.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it, he just reminds me of because he can run.
How big is he? Is he tall? Is he 6'4"?
Yeah, he's pretty tall. He's like 6'4", something like that. and dude, he used to play right around here too. That's kind of cool.
Toledo Central.
Yeah, that's
that is cool. Hometown boy. You got to like that, but.
Yeah.
I mean, what else can you do to win a game?
Well, I tell you what, but you're right. Don't switch the quarterbacks.
No.
Just run with them. And here I am sitting looking at that, Ohio State stuff and thinking, holy crap, even Meyer tried that last year. I mean, that
cost us a title.
Yeah, it did cost a title. I mean, well, the Michigan State game, that was bad. It was play calling. That was about the most abysmal play calling that you can.
We'll live with that thing forever. We'll just have to deal with it.
But you know who we lost though last year? It wasn't the players. Tom Herman, baby.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Houston. There's a team you got to talk about.
Yeah.
There have been some major...
I would give... I don't know about you. I say that Ohio State just gives Herman a call right now and let him know right away that whenever Urban goes...
Just you know what? Don't even open a bank account for him. give him the bank. Say, look, man, fifth third down on Central is now yours.
Fifth Herman.
Yeah. Fifth Herman Bank.
He's going to give you the whole damn bank.
I mean, yeah, because he's going somewhere and making a gazillion dollars.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, would he? I don't know the guy well enough. Would he stay? I mean, is he the kind of guy that's like, look, man, I'm building something here. I'm going to make a dynasty out of Houston, be the man.
Well, okay.
Or is he going to jump to another job?
Let's see. Myers started at Bowling Green, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then he moved on to Utah.
Yep.
And he moved on to Florida, and now he's at Ohio State. So they're usually good for 3 or 4 moves, actually, before they find their final landing spot. So this is Herman's first gig.
This is
his first gig. So he's doing pretty damn good, for right out of the box like that. But I think you're right. You just give him the bank. Just pull the Brinks truck.
I think they showed a stat on him during the game. I'm going to have to look it up. The recruitment he does in the Houston area alone, he just nabs it. Those are all like not only Texas guys. They're like, I think they're mostly Houston guys.
Yeah, they are.
It's like a city college.
Yeah, that's right.
And they're number 5 in the country. City college. I mean, but do you know what kind of hometown feel that builds within that that program? You
Absolutely.
know what I mean? That's something you can really. Dig your roots and heels into.
Oh, absolutely.
And so I hope he stays for like 10 years and just
you know who's hating
monster.
it? You know who's hating it is Texas and Texas A&M because you've been down that way.
Wow.
Austin and Houston are only like about 90 miles apart, something like that. And so Texas had all those kids before.
Mm-hmm.
Guess where they're going now? They're going to Houston.
Sure.
I would want to go
and
there.
A&M to go in the SEC.
Absolutely.
Texas played a good game. Texas won the game. They got a quarterback.
Yeah, they do. Okay, so what about Alabama? Okay, we gotta I gotta bring up Alabama.
USC's overrated, I think, a little bit. But Bama came out and spanked. Bama came out and spanked. I mean,
they did, and you got to give Bama the props. Okay, they're the defending champions and all this sort of stuff. They're good.
They look good.
You can't argue with them, except I don't like Lane Kiffin. I just don't like that guy.
He's not a great human. He's a fantastic coach and a football mind, but he's not there.
He's a coordinator.
He's not a humanitarian.
He's a coordinator. He's an offensive coordinator. Okay, so where was he as head coach? He went to my Raiders. And just, okay, well,
there was some success. There
was
some
a little bit of
there.
success, but that was just, it wasn't going to go anywhere. Then he goes to where? Tennessee, was it?
But at that time, nobody could be successful
you
in
were
Oakland.
With,
so,
yeah, Al Davis was still alive.
But he mucked up at SC a little bit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and the Tennessee thing was a fiasco.
Yeah, Tennessee and then USC, and then he trolls USC, after the game, the other night, which that's just bad form, man. That's just, but you know what? He is a good offensive coordinator.
He is.
And you know who he reminds me of? I mean, just from that perspective, is Norv Turner. Because there is a guy who I still think is maybe one of the best offensive coordinators in football.
I hated him as a head coach of the Cowboys, man. It was just you were just guaranteed not to win that clutch game.
Yeah,
something's going to happen.
So where do you? Okay, he was with Washington.
Yep.
And he was with the Raiders head coach. Mm-hmm. Now that wasn't very good.
Racked up a lot of wins, but never
San Diego. He racked up wins. Yep.
Yeah, but not a whole lot of playoff wins and. Never seemed to go deep.
Yeah, so I would say, Kiffin, actually, I think Norv Turner is probably a nicer human being.
Lucifer is a finer human being. I know, I'm fire for crying out loud. I sit beside him at lunch.
Yeah, no kidding. But who's going to benefit from a Norv Turner is Sam Bradford. Cause,
I hope, man.
Because the Vikes... I thought there was a big pickup on their part.
His whole life has been decimated by knee injuries, man. It's just one after another.
Yeah, but he hasn't had one as bad as Bridgewater. Was that sad?
I actually texted a buddy of mine back home who's a huge Minnesota fan. I said, their last preseason game prior to that practice.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, dude, Teddy looks on fire. You guys got a squad.
Yeah. And
he was doing some sort of drill and blew his kneecap and dislocated his knee. Possible, arterial, damage. And what happened?
They said it was a non-contact injury, right? So I looked in there on one of the websites. They show some pictures of other type of problems. They showed X-rays. You're like, seriously? I mean, it looks like a jigsaw puzzle. I mean,
so it just exploded.
It just exploded. It basically exploded. It's like the kneecap wasn't anywhere near it was supposed to be. Sorry to gross everybody out there.
So he tore his patella too.
Oh, he just tore everything up. Yeah, it just amazing.
Man,
it just but
morphine at that point.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's unbelievable.
Well, what do they say about the guys in the sideline? They saved their leg. They saved his leg.
Yeah. They saved him from possible amputation because something happened with the dislocation.
Yeah.
I don't know if it maybe pinching a blood vessel or a nerve. I don't know.
But Bradford is going to win in that situation.
I hope.
Turner is going to.
I hope.
He got AP. They
said he's a really smart kid.
Yeah.
He picks up an offense well, and dude, he lit it up at Oklahoma. He just When you can't stand on your feet, you can't play quarterback.
Yeah. Now, the one thing he doesn't have is the accuracy that Bridgewater had. I mean, but you know what? I think Turner can get around that. It's accuracy's everything. Rich Gannon, when he used to play for the Raiders, he only threw the ball maybe 30 yards downfield, but man, he hit everybody. He hit flies flying over.
Yeah,
he
threw receivers open.
Yeah, it just when you nailed that. Remember Michael Vick? Michael Vick. You know what he used to do? He used to complain because he got hit too much by, they go to the refs and you're hit too much. So it's like CBS did this little tape on him. And they go, well, he's holding the ball like a second longer. It just because he's waiting for guys to get open, right?
That's death in the NFL, man. That's death. It's 1, 2, 3 release.
That's stupid. That's just stupid. So no, he was just holding the ball, longer. So that's cool stuff. I don't think there's anything really major going on this weekend in colleges.
I don't think there's any super exciting games.
I had it up on the web a little bit earlier, and I just looked. I didn't see anything
This is a good weekend for college football to socialize.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Have people over and
I mean, if you want to get the yard mode, watch the first half.
Yeah, catch a couple minutes of this quarter and that one. Maybe some cards in between. at least hear it in the background.
Yeah, that's exactly it. There's nothing that you have to focus on. I think the week after that, the big one is Ohio State, Oklahoma.
Well, I don't know. Is it a big one anymore? That's going to be a question. I mean, it'll be a big game, but if Oklahoma loses that, they're done for the year.
Okay, that'd be the third game.
Yeah, and you're 1-2.
Yeah, you tell Oklahoma fan you're 1-2 after 3 games.
Oh, man, it's gonna be rough getting out of there. It could be rough getting out of Norman. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you might want to have a contingency or something. I don't know. Dorothy, you're not in Kansas, that's for sure.
You know, like a bus, fake bus, where there's nobody on that bus.
Yeah,
then you just let the guys.
Oklahoma is insane for their football. I mean.
Yeah.
They're 1-2.
Them in Nebraska.
Yeah, Texas, all of them. They go 1-2, man. It's ugh.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, look at Texas. They wanted to, they wanted to burn down the house. I mean, their team is not doing well.
So yeah, that's a huge one though. But we need Oklahoma to be good though too. If we beat,
right.
Yeah, if we beat them, we need them to run the table and win the Big 12.
Yeah.
Just for strength of schedule.
You need that. You need that, and that is a quality win.
Going to Norman with a pissed off Oklahoma team is no easy task.
Heck no.
Who does Oklahoma have this week?
Who do they have this week? Let's see if we can find that. I tell you what. Let's give me just a second.
I'm just curious. That could be a sleeper game.
I tell you what. You look that up. You see if you could find that. And I'm thinking, why don't we go ahead and start talking week 1 of the NFL team as you're looking that one up. So on the website, what we'll do is we're going to publish. I think we publish every week our picks, and we'll pick straight up and against the spread. And then after every week we'll publish that, and then at the end of the season we're going to have something on the line. We're going to have something that we put a little wager out there, and what we're going to do. So we got to figure that out. We'll work that out. But I'm thinking, why don't we go ahead and just kind of take a look at the week 1 of the NFL schedule, and throughout what we think is going to happen in this one. So, all right, the first one tomorrow night, Thursday night, Panthers at Broncos, with the Panthers by 3. What's your take on that one?
Rematch of the Super Bowl. Yeah. Panthers at Broncos. Panthers are going to destroy the Denver Broncos in that game. Take the Panthers straight up and give them 3, man. I
tell you, I'm going to back you up on that one.
The loss of Manning and this new quarterback. I don't know. I'm not convinced of this offense, so that's the way to go there.
Panthers D are going to pin their ears back and just go after this kid.
Browns and Eagles.
The Browns and Eagles. You know what? That's going to be a fun game. That is going to be a fun game. What do we got? Eagles by 3.5. That's okay. You got Carson Wentz for the Eagles. The Browns, who knows what the heck you have? I don't know.
I'm taking the Browns straight up, and give me the Browns and the points too.
Oh, you're going to take both?
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. I think the Browns. To all my Brownie fans out there, I'm jumping on your wagon. You better not disappoint. You know who you are.
Well, you know what? I'm going to mix it up a little bit. I'm going to go Eagles straight up, but I'm going to take Browns to the points.
Okay.
I think it's going to be that close of a game. I like RG3, and I like Hugh Jackson, who is the head coach at Cleveland, and he is good with quarterbacks.
Well, Terrell Pryor is doing very well as a receiver.
Oh,
what's his name back yet? Josh Gordon, is he back?
Week 5.
Okay, so wait.
You know why I know that? I drafted him in my fantasy league.
Oh wow, you took him in a late draft, right?
I took him late, and I took a lot of hits. Some smack talk when I picked him up. I said, guys, when he comes back, he could be as good as, the best one out there. He's that kind of wide receiver. So I'll let him sit for 4 weeks, and then I'll start playing him in week 5 anytime.
He's worth it.
He's
so good. He's good.
You just don't teach that stuff. I mean, he's just born with that.
No.
It's so I think that it's going to be a fun game. The Buccaneers and the Falcons. We got the Falcons by what? 3?
In Atlanta.
In Atlanta, yeah. Buccaneers at the Falcons. I'm thinking Buccaneers. I'm taking them straight up and against the spread.
I took the Falcons initially. What am I doing?
Yeah, you could change. It's early on here. You pull the trigger and we'll change the sheet.
I'll go. You know what? I think Jameis is going to have a breakout year. Let's go Buccaneers, man.
And what about against the spread? We got Falcons by 3.
So the Falcons are giving 3. Yeah, so if I'm taking them, I got to take them.
She's take them all the way. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right. I mean, take them all the way. I think Winston is going to have a great year. I mean, he threw a lot of yards last year, and that was just winging the ball all over. And, of course, for the record, too, I do have Mike Evans, our wide receiver, in my fantasy league, too. So I'm hoping that Winston and him can pitch the ball around. Here's another fun one. Bengals and the Jets. Bengals at the Jets. Bengals by 2.5. There's nothing worse than being a home dog. You know, you're on your own field, and you're a dog against the spread. I'm going Bengals. I think Bengals. Andy Dalton, I like him. I like the whole team. But it is in New York. People can play differently in New York.
I'm taking the Jets.
You're going to go with the Jets? Okay. We'll stick with them. Bears and Texans. What do you want to say about that one?
It's got to be the Texans, man. I mean, the Bears are just so bad. Texans, the Texans will beat them by 6. That'll be ugly.
I will take it. It's the Texans by 6. I will take the Texans, and I'll give up the points. Jay Cutler just doesn't get it for me. That guy's a head case.
No, and they're going to play from behind, and he makes a bad decision or 7.
He's colorblind. When they're behind, he's colorblind.
It's a body. It's a body. I'm heaving it. Oklahoma plays Louisiana Monroe.
Oh, that should be a big game. I mean, what's the spread on that? It's like
I don't see a spread on
7.
that.
That's because the numbers 2 probably doesn't fit on your phone there.
That better be off the books.
They don't have enough characters in the phone to be able to cover that spread. No. Let's see. So where were we at? The Titans and the Vikings. Vikings at the Titans.
This is Titans all the way. I mean, this is so bad. The Vikings by 1. Was that before Teddy got hurt?
No, it's got to be. That has to be after Teddy got hurt and with Bradford.
Vikings by 1. Titans straight up in the points. I mean, that's crazy.
You know what? It's stupid because it's only 1 point. I'm going to flip on this. I'll go the Vikings. I'll take the Vikings, but then I'll take the points.
Mariota and DeMurray?
I tell you what, I saw them in the Raiders preseason game. These two guys almost look unstoppable at the way that they run the ball.
That's a nice little.
That imagine that.
Titans.
Okay, okay, we'll go Titans. Imagine that. You're tired in the 3rd and 4th quarter, and you bring out Derrick Henry that's fresh, with fresh legs. Oh, gosh, he'll slaughter you. I mean, he's...
Oh, my back just started aching thinking about that. It's terrible.
That hurts. Oh, here's a real winner game: the Bills and the Ravens. Ravens by 3. It's in Baltimore.
I'm going with the Bills. Somehow Cardell Jones is going to get to play and light it up.
You think they get that? What's his name? It's Tyrone Wheatley or Radley or Woodley.
Oh, Tyrion.
Whatever. I forget what his name is. And for our Bills fans out there, next week I'll look it up. I'll know exactly what.
Let's do that, or we'll get a host.
Tyrone something or Terrell or.
We're going to have to be like intelligent when we do this now.
Yeah, well,
this is out of character for me.
Nobody's ever accused us of being intelligent.
I know.
I
know, and it's kind of part of the job description now. I'm in over my head. Is what I'm trying to tell
you. So okay, we move on to the Chargers and the Chiefs. Chiefs by 7 in Kansas City.
Chiefs.
I'm
so disgusted with the Chargers and the whole Joey Bosa thing. And they're just not. The Chiefs will get them early.
Okay, so what did the other teammates say when Bosa finally showed up?
Oh, they wrapped their arms around and said, "Let's play football."
You think so?
You have to.
You think so?
That's what you got to do, man.
They just gave him a pat, and
as if I know. As if Well, back in my day, we kissed and made up and we played. From the interviews that I've seen, everybody gave the same cut. The cookie cutter answer.
Yeah.
He's on the team. Let's go, rah rah.
Yeah, it is what it is now.
He's one of us.
Yeah, schlep. Yeah, it's but I would still.
The only guy bumming is the guy who got cut to make room. You know what I
mean? Yeah, actually, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. Okay, this is my favorite game of the week. Well, because I'm biased for the Raiders. Raiders at the Saints. I think it looks good. Just the colors down in New Orleans. Stuff like that. Raiders by 1. So that means the Saints are a home dog, which is really something else. Yeah. This game could be a light 'em up. I think there could be a lot of points on the board. But I'm going Raiders all the way across. For the win, give me the points, or I'll give the points up. I mean, I'm all Raiders.
I'll jump on your Raider wagon.
I'll
jump on your Raider wagon. I'm good with it. It's cool.
I like that. Get a picture of me with a Raider helmet on.
Tiller, Carr. I mean, you have some ballers. I mean,
oh yeah,
Khalil Mack on defense. I don't know who else you got on D, but I mean,
and I like Michael
the Raiders. The Raiders need to be relevant just because it makes a lot of people in the world angry.
Oh, this one,
and I like it.
It's got good all the way around. Looks good. All right, we get the Lions and the Colts. Yeah. Wow, this is the Super Bowl blue here. I don't know. They're at the Lions are at the Colts. Colts by 4.
Yeah, Colts and the points too. That's
There's nothing. Lions without Megatron. I mean, they've got Megatron was a guy that he was the Lions, right? There is no Lions guy anymore. Unfortunately, sadly, they missed a big opening without when he was playing. What do we have here? We got the Cowboys and the Giants. Giants and Cowboys. All right, dude, this is all you. You're the Cowboys fan. You tell me what the heck is going on in the world.
It's even money.
It's even because I don't think anybody knows what the heck to pick. Even
it's okay.
It looks like even Vegas doesn't know what to do with this one. So give me your blurb on it.
Well, you're at home.
Yeah. Good start.
It's NFC East rivalry. Man, I just think they're going to get a big dose of Zeke, and it's going to be enough. It's going to be like a 16-13 kind of game, but that's what I'm thinking.
Who do they have in defense? The Cowboys.
11 players.
They have 11 players, They're wearing someone stars in their helmet.
Doesn't anyone on defense anymore? I mean, I know Von Miller, only because Super Bowl MVP.
All right, okay, so everybody is picking. I saw most people are picking the Patriots to win the Super Bowl, even though there is no Tom Brady, for the first 4 games. Now, riddle me this. Name me one defensive player on the Patriots team. How many people do you know on the Patriots team? You know the owner, right?
Yeah, Tom Kraft.
And then we know the head coach, right? We get a Belichick. And there's this dude playing quarterback.
The Gronkster.
Yeah, okay. And then Brady, right?
Yeah.
So there's 4 people. Only 2 of them are on the field. The other ones are, like coach or owner. I don't know anybody else on the team.
You don't have to, man. They're all plug and play. It's what they do.
They do it. Why is that?
I don't know. I think they're the Borg.
Yeah. You will be assimilated?
Yes. Yeah. Somehow, man. Just drink the tea and you will be a Patriot, and you'll end up in a Super Bowl.
Whatever they do, I don't know. I mean, obviously you could can it.
They picked up 3 former number 1s this year in free agency. Yes.
3 former number 1s?
Yes, so
everybody else is cast-offs.
Yeah, who they just weren't working out where they were.
Yeah.
That's big. If those guys work out, I wish I had their names. God, maybe we should get prepared.
Next week.
We're talking stuff. That guy.
All right.
At least have the numbers or something. Number 56.
That would be a good thing for next week. Okay, everybody out there, next week we're going to be. Well, I want to say we're going to be prepared.
Let's not raise the bar too high. I mean, we're firing Brimmstone. I mean, we're at the 7 gates of hell. Anyways.
I tell you, here's what we'll do. We'll have a couple websites open for us.
There you
go. We'll at least start it. We'll keep the bar really, really low. All right, Sunday night, I like this matchup. Patriots at Cardinals. And the Cardinals by 6.
Cardinals.
And I would take that all the way around.
Cardinals.
I think Cardinals, they want to make a statement. They want to go ahead. It's on televised, for the entire country. Absolutely. In fact, look for Larry Fitzgerald. This I see him wanting to get into the limelight in this one. Optics are good.
He's he ain't got too many left in him.
No, he doesn't.
He's a little long in the tooth. Super healthy, super fit. I mean, playing no drop in play, but you can't do it forever.
I tell you what, I still like a Larry Fitzgerald on my team. Then
as
a third option, I would take him.
Week.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you got a guy like Carson thrown to him.
Yeah. Okay, so now we go to Monday night. We'll finish out the week 1. We've got the Steelers at the Redskins, and the Steelers by 3. That's it. That's just okay. So the Redskins with the playoffs last year, blah blah blah. I just see the Steelers stomping all over them. I see Roethlisberger just eating these guys up. I'll take the Steelers, and I'll give up the points, and go with the Steelers.
I'm taking the Steelers. I got a feeling that game might be a push, though.
You know what? I gotta get Vegas. Sometime we're going to interview somebody from Vegas and just ask them about how do you guys do this stuff? Yeah,
give us the inside, dude. Help a struggling team out here.
How about you get two schleps in the basement here? Hey, can you give us some tips? You know, yeah, they'll go a long ways. Who is this?
Yeah.
Even if they answer the phone, we're going to put that in the podcast. Just say that they even picked up the phone. Even if they hang up on us right away.
Well, you know what? If we get voicemail, it counts as a hit. We're in our infancy.
Absolutely. And this might be the game of the week in week one. The Rams at the 49ers. Rams by 2.5. I mean, that's okay. It's 11:20 at night. I don't know. I would suggest that you look at your TV guide to see what else is on at 10:20 at night. Because
that's tough, man. That's tough. That's tough for the East Coast. But you know what? The West Coast doesn't have it as bad because it's early in the morning.
No, they don't.
When they have our 1:00 games.
I tell you what, there's nothing appealing about this game except even Jared Goff. I read today that Jared Goff is not even suiting up. He's the number 1 pick in this year's draft, and he's sidelined. He's not even suiting up for the game. They're not even dressed.
Save him.
Yeah, well, that's what they're doing. They're probably doing the smart thing. They're not going to win.
These rookies going into the Wolves, man, they're going to get their butts kicked.
Okay, remember Troy Aikman?
Yeah.
What was his record the first year that he played?
He was 1-15.
1-15. That's right. He got demoralized.
Yeah,
he got destroyed.
And how many careers have you seen end because they can't get out of that funk of that first year thumping?
Yeah, give Aikman credit. He was smart enough, you know. He had the character to just be able to kind of learn from it. And not every one of them do that. I mean, how many Browns players have they had? That just absolutely
and some of those guys, you know, like Aikman, ended up with talent around him to make his life easier.
Well, that did make it.
Some of the other ones haven't, but
so you're saying somebody like Emmitt Smith and you know.
Yeah, Michael Irvin,
guys like that. They would kind of help you.
Two first
balloters, I suppose. Okay, I can get your point there. So in future weeks, we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna publish this on Fire and Brimmstone, and Brimmstone with 2 M's. Thank you. .com. We'll put our picks out there for everybody to see and mock us as we go through the season, and rightfully so. I could see everybody wanting to mock us here, and then like I said, we're gonna have to put something on the old.
Yeah, we'll figure out something.
We'll figure out something.
We'll figure out something ridiculous.
Now, we don't have to talk just about football. You know, we could talk about it other times. What else would you want to talk about? Anything? Whatever in the hell's come to mind, maybe?
No, this could be dangerous. We should have a 10-second delay or something at this portion of the show.
That's.
Do not say the first thing that comes to your mind or anything.
Yeah, I mean, because we got baseball coming up. You know, at least playoffs. It's. I know you're grimacing at me. I wish there was a camera here. You know, the look, the WTF look.
Yeah, well, I just got my Reds and where's Detroit at? Are they viable yet? Still?
Actually, they are. They're in the wild card hunt. The wild card hunt. Idiots, but they lost today. But that's another story. But we got that. I mean, we get some election coverage coming up. I mean, it.
You know what? I think we should vow not to do election coverage. Just be different.
No, you know what I want to do? I want to sway one voter out there. I mean, I want to. It might be you. You might be the only one I might sway, but who knows? Yeah, actually, we might. You're right. We might be different and just not even talk about it. Like it's not even happening.
Yeah. We're down here in the basement. This is our world.
Nobody knows.
We are not having to choose between Trump and Hillary.
Yeah, it could be ugly. So, what do you think? Do you think this is a good cut for week one?
Yeah, I think we've been successful. We should.
You think we just shut this damn thing off?
We should not press our luck at this point. I can see water being spilled onto the.
There's a lot that could go wrong.
There's a lot of things
no
that could go wrong that haven't.
Okay.
We should be safe.
Well, we're going to put this out on YouTube.
Yep.
And we're going to link it over, from Fire and Brimmstone with 2Ms.com.
You got to call it double M.
At double M.
You got to
Fire
Brimmstone double M.
I like it.
Or Brim double M Stone.
Oh.
Brim double M Stone. There.
Brim double M Stone.
Yeah,
ooh, I like that. I like that. All right, dude. I think this is a good jump out of the box there. All right, dude.
It's
over.
See you.
Bye.